Ooh, I am live. Man, I have not used YouTube Studio in a long time. Hold on, I gotta listen. Some folks know. Okay, now we are back. Hey, what's up, Allie? I've been working on this one. Oh, sorry, keep forgetting where the camera's at. So figured tonight we would just kind of wrap this guy up. Got my fancy palette over here. I got some of that nice blue. For right now, we're just kind of putting in some fake blue details. Here, let me sit this way. It means I'm probably going to miss some chat, but you can watch. But I do plan to finish this tonight. I don't have any cool music playing. Maybe I should play some of that. I don't think I could get away with licensed music, but maybe we'll just hang out and paint for a while. Hey, what's up, Metal? Music Maniac? Been a minute, man. Been a minute. We're just going to kind of wrap this painting up tonight. This started with water mixable oil paint. Then I completely defiled that with some crazy acrylics. I let the acrylics kind of dry, and then I started hitting it with just watercolor right out of the tube, just thick, nasty watercolor. Then I dripped some acrylic that had the medium mixed in it, so it was really soupy. And then I blew all that around and moved some of this around and got it to where I wanted. And these voids and shapes, I used rubbing alcohol. I dripped into these locations, and the water and the paint spread out. And then I had to cover the whole thing with I used a matte medium as a kind of a temporary varnish. Otherwise, all of this watercolor would be mixing in with everything. And now it's good and dry, the matte medium coat. So we are going back in and just kind of finishing up these last couple of things here. And I'm sorry if I'm missing chat. Oh yeah. 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 Metal Metal's been with me since damn near the beginning of time, Allie. It's been a while. And Allie, Metal, Allie in the chat, she is a very badass artist who has really inspired a lot of my latest style. Oh, there's Cindy. I am. I. I don't know. I'm trying. I'm trying to do both, but I wonder. I was gonna say. I wonder if I can. Here, let me sit this way and move my microphone. There we go. Yeah, I know Cindy's got to give me grief. Let me turn this way a little bit. Can you see? No, you can't see. You can't see. what that gummy has been doing to me. Little finger painting, little finger paint action. All right. I think we've about exhausted our blue areas. Maybe a little bit more up here. Is it a really big brush or do I just have really tiny hands? Let's see. Tiny hands can be an advantage in certain industries. Okay. Like plumbers, stuff like that. Okay. Now, wait a minute. I did promise I would do a little bit of eye shine in here. Just a hint, like that right there. It's my work computer going off, but I'm on PTO. All right. We got our nice dollar store acrylic. And I'm not cleaning the brush because I actually want the white and the blue. It's not really showing up that good for you guys. The white and the blue to do their thing, man. When you get in here with this white, it's just kind of subtle moves that make it work. Sometimes I go too far and I have to like back it off. Just a little bit over there. And we're going to kind of pretend our light's coming this way. So. And then if the light's coming this way, it's going to catch just a little touch down here. Give this whole thing just a little bit. Of a shine. And we're going to kind of put some more fake detail out here with this. I don't know if it's an eye socket, a camera lens. I'm missing Chad again. Hold on. Oh, thank you, Allie. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah. In fact, someday I got to get like set back up. What was that? Yeah. I do like to just cheat and load up a big old paintbrush, and I just kind of where I know it's going to be just solid white. You just kind of have to touch it a little bit. But as your brush kind of works down and the blue and the white really start kind of coexisting, then you can kind of go down a little bit lower into the values here and get some different looks. Textures, I guess I should say textures. I am way into like a gummy, so I apologize if I sound a little goofy. finger paint that out a little bit. Sometimes people ask, like, what's my favorite brush? And it is right there. My fingers. I love finger painting. And that's why I have ingrown fingernails all the time. This really was a spur of the moment thing, just because I won't be around for a couple of days. Got some family stuff to take care of. And I'll start working on episode 4 probably Sunday night. And I don't know if I'll do it on Tuesdays again or wait till next Friday. I may do it like next Friday night. He's starting to pop out just a little bit there. Let me see if I can find the right angle. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Yes. Let's see here. No, I'm never goofy. What was I talking about, Cindy? Popping? Was this popping? I don't know. I was saying something. You guys remind me. Remind me what I was saying. Oh, this was a spur of the moment thing because I'll be out of pocket for a while. That's what I was saying, right? Am I getting that old? Episode 4, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, so we'll try to put episode 4 out probably next Friday night, not this coming Friday. So on those circles like that, you just kind of have to go for it. The slower you do that, the more likely it's going to deviate. So like when you're cutting the circle, you just got to commit and go for it. What is it, Wyatt Erpke? What? What's up? Typically, if it's a kind of a good size one like this, maybe I'll put 6-7 hours into one. If it's one of the small like 8x10s or something, a couple hours. But I'm not one to spend some long amount of time like shading one strand of hair and stuff. I'm kind of just the creepy version of Bob Ross. I really don't know what I'm doing. I just know how to make shapes and textures, and I know what colors I like, and I just keep it as weird as possible to mask my lack of talent. So, you got to have imagination, right? I think that's like a Gen X thing because like even our old video games, our Ataris and all that stuff, you really had to use your imagination, because they only had so many pixels to make it look like something. And even our toys back in the day, like they would kind of be semi-accurate, but again, you really just kind of had to use your imagination. So maybe it's a Gen X thing, imagination over talent. It's like all these little fake details I'm putting in. I have no idea what any of this is or what it means. It's just random shapes. And I just want the white to play with that light blue. And again, I don't know how well that's picking up, but so this is kind of a sky blue and white, and then underneath it's like a really sick reddish gray. But if you've been around me for a while, you know that Bob Ross is like my dude. That's my, I guess he's my inspiration for being an artist. But Richard Corbin, you know, of course, Geiger, Bakinski, uh, Francis Bacon, Goya. Those are my influences. Not that I would ever be, should ever really be spoken in the same sentence as them, but that's where a lot of this comes from. Old heavy metal magazine and stuff. Now, I don't mean that to sound all self deprecating, but what I'm saying is I'm not a person that can pick up these paintbrushes and just paint, you know, some realistic scene or some accurate portrait. Uh, I don't have that photographic realism or anything like that. So, what I have to do to make up is just let my weird imagination fly and use all the tricks that I know. But that's what I mean by that. All right, here we go. Just got to go for it. Just got to go for it, right? And so here's Beanie. I already had, if Beanie's watching, so I already had this kind of gray mess right here mixed in with some yellow and some pale blue. And then this was actually a yellow highlight, the square. This was a yellow highlight. But then I washed this whole painting with these blue watercolors that you see. So that's why all of these layers together are what's making that eyeball look like it does. And then we're going to give it just a little down right there. One of those. Maybe just a little bit down here. And it's just it's small little subtle things. It's not, hey sunshine, good to see you. It's not. It's just a trick, right? It's subtle little tricks, but if you go too far, then you kind of break the illusion. So, like, it's, you know, if you went in here, and I've done it. Like if you go in here and you try to draw every one of these lines individually, you better be accurate on every one of those lines because it just takes one little section of lines to break the illusion. Or you can come in here and just suggest things. Let the viewer's own mind kind of fill in the blanks here. But to do that, you got to have a warped imagination and all that stuff too. So, all right, we're getting close. We're getting close. Oh yeah. I haven't like started, plugging it or anything, but I did finally get my Square website set up last night. I've only got one painting at a ridiculous price on there right now, but I intend to put all of the prints and ATCs and stuff on there, and every single thing that's on that website, I will be packaging that up and shipping it off. So it's not a third party type deal. It's me. So all right. And also for those of you who've been riding with me for a while, Cindy especially, like I love Frankenstein stuff, right? So anytime I can twist one of these into some kind of misfired Frankenstein's monster, I'm all about it. And I can't remember the artist's name, which makes me ashamed of myself, but there was a print, like a black and white print that they put inside of a heavy metal magazine. And he's a famous comic book artist, and I really am embarrassed. I can't think of his name. But the whole 2-page spread inside that heavy metal magazine was a monotone black and white ink drawing of Dr. Frankenstein and the monster. But like the details in the room was just full of every kind of beaker and instrument you can think of. And it just seemed to go back forever. And no matter how far back you looked, there was some small detail hidden there. That is what I would love to do, but I'm not that patient and I don't have that kind of talent. So what I do is I put fake stuff in here. Like I just kind of suggest to you that there's a bunch of wires and stuff back here. If I was to draw it out all detailed, that means I would have to plan and think about it. And I have trouble with that. So this brush, the amount of paint that is dried on this brush, I'm getting to that perfect sweet spot where you can really kind of create some cheap, easy 3D effects by just dragging this almost dried brush across a nice contrasting color or value, really, I guess I should say. Let me let me sound like I know what I'm talking about. But when you drag it, it automatically gives you a nice 3D look to it. Like this thing is just kind of popping out. Whatever piece of machinery this is, it's just kind of popping out, hiding in the shadows back there. And we'll even make that little spikes go up just a little bit. Whatever that is. We don't know. We don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you because I don't know. I just know that it makes a cool little spot there. Let's see. We'll put a little bit in here. And that's what I'm saying. Like you take your brush and you load it up and get in all your intentional stuff. But then when it hits this sweet spot, then you can really just start kind of riffing and going for things. But it's a it's a light and shadow thing, right? So if you got white on your brush, you got to do this in dark spots. If you got black on your brush, then you got to do it on the light spots. But like if I did the same thing with black and I started dragging the black into these areas for shading, not only does it shade, but it gives you a texture. And that's why I work these work these canvases so hard is because I want that texture. I want all that screwed up paint. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, there's a like I beat the crap out of this thing. I don't know. It's pretty thick. And I bet I'm missing a bunch of chat again. Hey, what's up, Jerry? That's for those of you who don't know, that's my big brother out in Wyoming. Just sitting here painting. All right. We're getting close. We're getting close here. I think this little bloody spot right here needs just a little something something. And then you kind of unintentionally highlight stuff you didn't really want to because you're clumsy. Just a little bit right there. Hope it's warmed up. Oh, there's a groovy lava squirrel medic. He's like, damn it, Jimmy. I got off of Discord and you go live. Son of a. Yeah, and this is not StreamYard. I just kind of hit the YouTube live button, and next thing I knew, just fell and tripped on the rug. And I was live. All right. See how you can, like the flatter you lay it. If your paint's just the right amount of dry and you got enough mess to make a textured background, when you get it to this dryness on the brush, then you can do kind of those crazy little details like that. Just remember to stay true to your lighting scheme. And I bet you can make something pretty cool. And yeah, now we're getting to the point where I just got to smash it out of there. And I think we're going to have to reload just a little bit. So now I've reloaded. And so now I got to find some more highlights up here to keep my hands moving before this gets to the right amount of dry. Just looking for some highlights maybe I missed. And I don't want to get too crazy with them because I don't want it to drown out the blue. But we'll definitely put a few little strokes in there, and I can't see crap. There we go. Okay, we're back. Here we go. That's it. I could feel the drag, and that's how I know. As you can feel the way it drags across your canvas. Get a little bit more right there. And we are getting down to it. All right. All right. Yeah. If you are a painter, if you're an artist, if you just create cool stuff and you want to share it with the world, just get in contact with me. Reach out in the comments or whatever. If you got stuff, again, that you want to show off, some kind of talent, some kind of message, something that will move people, let me know. And you can be a part of OG-san TV. All right, there it is. That's the best angle I can get you because this stupid light's glaring off of it. Yeah, Travis makes movies. He does. He makes damn good movies. I need to have. You are in some of my sections because I did some anointed stuff. But all right, folks, there it is. There's the weirdness of the day. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and maybe I'll do some more of these pop up streams. And I'm kind of a horizontal purist here. Not really. I just forgot to turn it vertical. I've heard all about like the vertical streams and stuff, how good they work, but I have no idea how to set that up. It has been a while. But here we'll get up close, let you get a good look at everything. And you can see how it's all just suggestions. It looks like there's a ton of detail there, but there's not. It's just playing with tricks like all of this right here. That's just a dry brush scraped across a overworked background. Uh, Simon Beasley, another big inspiration of mine. A lot of the kind of crazy texture work I try to do is to emulate him. And there it is. Hey, what's up, Mike? Didn't see you pop in there. All right. Okay. So I will see y'all in the next one. And I'm worse than Will D. You'll never know. You'll never know when I go live. Because I don't even know. Okay. End stream. Yeah, right now.